Hey, Scott from Scott Rods back again. Sorry about the little camera malfunction. We actually ran out of memory in our GoPro. But we got that figured out, fixed up, and now we're going to get back to what we talked about last week. So we were in the middle of doing a bubble flare. I was showing you how a bubble flare is done. If you recall, or you look back to the last video, we explained the difference between this style of tool and the double flare style, which we already did. So now, what we did was we cranked this down and bottomed it off on the top of the tool. Now we're going to back it off. This is actually easier than the double flare, the bubble flare is, that is. So, I'll show you what it looks like. And then we're going to go over to the Dodge Avenger that I showed you all the nastiness that was going on. Where did my fitting go? Somebody lost, oh, there it is. Okay, so you put the fitting on, and that is what a bubble flare looks like. So let's recap. I'll bring you over here, and then we're going to show you the repair that we did on this Dodge Avenger. So this is a double flare. That is a bubble flare. You see how the top of that flare is cone shaped? So that's what seals it. So now let's talk about what you do once you've made the flare. Let's say we're going to join this new line to an older line that's still in the car. So we're going to flare one of these male brake nuts onto it, and then we're going to join it with this guy right here, which is legal and it is safe, totally safe. So what I do is, we got the wrong size here. Houston, we have a problem. You know what? We'll use this. So let's say this is going to represent the original line. So we flared on our nut, then we're going to join this like so, tighten that down. Now here's the new line, that's going to join in like so, and we'll tighten that up, and that will be perfectly safe. It'll handle all the brake pressure that you need. That's how it's done properly. So let's talk about this piece that I just picked up. So this is the union that I was previously talking about, which are unsafe and not legal. I think I have a viewer that commented on this. I'm pretty sure he was under the assumption that I was putting one of these back on. You can clearly see that I did not put one back on, and I'm going to show you what I did. So let's first start with looking down inside here. I might need a light. Hang tight one second. I'm going to show you. This was a real tough job. Let me get a light. So the brake lines run behind the engine, which is a nightmare. Whoa, what was that? Everybody okay? Just heard a bang. I think they're firing at us. So this is what I added in. You can see the actual repair. See the new line? This is the old line. Male brake nuts put in there with the correct hardware to join those. Now let's look underneath the car. We did the same thing over on this side as well. If you recall in the previous video, I told you how I was going to change the rubber brake hose on that side, which I knew that the line was corroded and it was going to break, so we just went right ahead and cut it off, and I remanufactured a new section of line, and I joined it into the original line that goes into the ABS control module right here. Battery had to come out. I mean, what a nightmare. I mean, this stuff is, it's like 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. So let's lift this up, and I'm going to show you the underneath repair. If you recall, this brake hose that somebody had replaced was all strapped in with some wire ties. which I didn't care for that. We actually fabricated a little bracket because the old one had broken off. And this other end wasn't even in the spot where it was supposed to be. That was outside of it. So that was all distorted and bent and beat up. We straightened all that out. And then we joined it. I fabricated this piece of line right here, and you notice how it's bent out of the way, so that way as the suspension's articulating up and down, it's not going to come into contact with this line. It's perfectly safe. This is the correct union to put on here. Not this guy, not that guy, this guy. That's safe. You put this on here and hit the brakes hard, you're going to go down like a fat kid on a seesaw. So then we also rerouted the ABS electrical connections. If you recall, they were wrapped around the knuckle here, the knuckle where the tie rod end joins, which was ridiculous. And we changed out the stabilizer link. So now we'll walk around the other side and we'll show you the same basic repair on the other side. We put the new line on, new brake hose, run properly. We repaired that ABS line. Again, it was wrapped around here. Ridiculous. I think Stevie Wonder must have put this car together originally. And this is my new line running through this little grommet, which is what protects it from rubbing against metal to metal and causing a cut in the line. So that's what we have right there. So now we're ready. This is all bled out. We're going to put the wheels on it. We're going to road test it, make sure it doesn't pull anymore, and then just as a last little check, I'm going to use a infrared heat gun, and we're going to check the temperature once I've driven it on both front calipers and see if there's much of a difference in temperature. Hopefully it'll be about the same, but if you're looking at like 40-50 degrees difference, something's going on. But I think we'll be all right. So let's put the wheels on it. We'll take it for a road test and we'll get back at you.